We crave the spotlight, the roar, the public validation screaming, "You did it!" That primal hunger for credit, the ego's insatiable need to be seen, acknowledged. But what if your genius built the stage, yet you stand forever in darkness, unseen? This is the brutal cost of being the silent partner in a famous success. The unseen architect. A story of guts, sacrifice, and the quiet erosion of self for a greater dream. It begins with a shared spark. Late-night brainstorms fueled by improbable dreams, cheap coffee. Two minds, one vision. A nascent empire waiting to be forged. You pour your blood, sweat, and soul into the foundation, the unseen mechanics, the bedrock. The other, charismatic, becomes the face, the voice, the inevitable frontman. A strategic decision, a necessary evil, a quiet concession, or so you tell yourself. The spotlight is narrow. Two can't occupy it, one must recede. You chose the shadow, believing the project's success mattered more than your name. A sacrifice made with open eyes, but a heart bracing for brutal truth. Then comes the first public acclaim. Their name, not yours, emblazoned on headlines. A gut wrench. A cold wave of recognition, swiftly followed by gnawing envy. You see your ideas, your blueprints, celebrated as someone else's brilliant stroke. Every award speech, documentary, glowing profile reinforces the lie. You clench your jaw, swallow bitter truth, and smile. A hollow, practiced smile. The world applauds them. You stand in the wings, a phantom in your own story. Each congratulations directed at them chips away at your spirit, agonizing erosion. How long can you celebrate someone else's glory, knowing it was largely yours? The true currency isn't money, it's recognition, and you are bankrupt. The ego is a beast. It roars for validation, demands its due. You argue with yourself. It was for the best, the company thrived. But the silence deafens. The untold story screams louder than any public praise. You become a vault of secrets, holding your own brilliance captive. Friends, family, sometimes even your partner never grasp your contribution's depth. They commend their dream vision, their drive. You nod, a silent, complicit ghost. The resentment builds, a slow, toxic poison accumulating within your soul. It twists triumphs into bitter ashes, leaving only the hollow core of what might have been. Yet, there's a perverse power in anonymity. Freedom from scrutiny. You escape the fickle gaze of the public, the impossible pedestal of fame. True creative autonomy, unfiltered by public expectation or corporate image. The deep, profound satisfaction of knowing you did it, regardless of who claims. A secret triumph, a personal legacy built on your own integrity's bedrock. But this quiet satisfaction often feels like a consolation prize, not true victory. It's a lonely feast, savored in the quiet corners of your mind. The applause you hear is only in your head, a phantom echo of what could be. Then comes the moment. A slight, a deliberate omission, a blatant lie. The narrative warps, twisting your contributions into footnotes, then erasing them. A cold, hard realization hits. Your choice for silence has made you vulnerable. Vulnerable to revisionist history, public amnesia, to willful ignorance. The urge to speak, scream, to claim what is yours becomes unbearable. But the silence is a habit, a heavy cloak worn for too long. To reveal truth now would unravel the entire fabric of the legend. To discredit the star could damage the very project you sacrificed everything for. So you remain silent, a custodian of secrets, a martyr to the brand. Your fingerprints are everywhere, yet your name appears nowhere. The quiet rage calcifies into a permanent fixture within your soul. You see their face on covers, hear their voice, Read their memoirs. Each time, a small part of you dies, then resurrects, more cynical, scarred. The world believes in a myth, and you are its living, breathing omission. The public gets their hero. You get the bitter taste of truth. Was it worth it? The question haunts your waking hours, echoes dreams. Humility, when forced, becomes self-erasure, a slow, deliberate fading. You lose not just credit, but a piece of your identity, your narrative. The very core of what drives us, to create, to be recognized, is silenced. What remains is a profound emptiness where public praise should have been. Avoid no private satisfaction, however deep, can truly fill. You become a ghost in your own story, haunting the halls of your achievements. The legacy isn't yours to claim, it's theirs. Entirely. And the world moves on, none the wiser, celebrating a partial truth. Sometimes, decades later, a whisper surfaces, a forgotten interview, a leaked email, a hint of truth, a fleeting acknowledgement of your ghost in the machine. But it's too little, too late. The narrative is set, the history written. Do you rage or find grim satisfaction in the belated, quiet vindication? The truth, once silenced, rarely reclaims its full voice. It whispers. Your monument is invisible, built from the sheer force of your denial. A testament to a strength few will ever understand or appreciate. The silent partner, powerful yet powerless, essential yet expendable. The true cost isn't just lost credit or absence of fame. It's the profound, unshakable feeling of living an edited life. A narrative crafted by others, where your most significant chapters are omitted. It's the daily wrestling with an ego screaming for justice, forced into submission. The constant denial of self for the sake of a collective myth. And with each success attributed elsewhere, anonymity's mask becomes heavier, suffocating. Until one day, you realize the silent partner didn't just build the empire. They built the very cage of their own making. The ultimate act of self-effacement, perhaps, or the ultimate cowardice. It's a choice that redefines who you are, or who you cease to be. The invisible hand behind every titan, a phantom of brilliance, perpetually fading. You orchestrated masterpieces, built empires, yet your name remains unetched in history. Every public triumph, a private crucifixion of your own identity. Your genius powers the machine, yet receives no fuel for its own fire. The world needs heroes, but you became the unspoken sacrifice that made them possible. A constant negotiation with your inner voice, forever silenced for the greater good. The price of their fame is your absolute, unyielding anonymity. You hold the universe in your mind, but show the world only a single star. A quiet scream, trapped behind a smile, eternally unheard. The unseen architect builds for others, forever remaining a blueprint of potential. Your success is their story, a bittersweet symphony played on a broken violin. The emotional toll is immeasurable, heavier than any crown of fame. You are the root, nourishing the tree, yet never bearing fruit in the sun. A testament to loyalty, yes, but also to a profound, self-inflicted void. The silent partner endures the ultimate test, self-erasure for collective triumph. Their name, whispered in boardrooms, never shouted from the rooftops. The courage to build without ego, or the tragedy of a forgotten soul. A profound silence, a monument to what could have been yours, alone. The quiet strength of the unseen, the ultimate sacrifice of self.